What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BlackTideTV. Today I have a bit of a surprise for you. Well, I guess the surprise is kind of spoiled because you saw the title and the thumbnail and the description and all that good stuff. But today we're looking at a brand new Infinite Warfare Epic variant review. And I did say I was only going to be doing these on Wednesdays, but you know what? Because there's so much demand for these videos and because I'm so far behind on them, and honestly, if they're going to keep adding in new variants every 2 weeks, I really got to get going on these things. So we're going to be doing 2 Epic variant reviews a week. That is every Wednesday and Saturday for the foreseeable future. So today, being Saturday, we're looking at a brand new Epic variant review. In today's video, I'm sure you figured it out, we're looking at the Banshee Doppler, and this is such a godsend of a weapon for me to review because it's so simple. Every Epic variant review we've done so far has been something very complicated. It's been like the hearing loss on the Banshee Siren. Everything's been testing this, testing that. What does this do? What does that do? And trying to explain every little nitpicky detail to you guys, whereas this weapon, it's a 3-round burst. What more do you want from me? It's super simple, and I'm so happy that it is this simple and nothing crazy is going on with this variant. So I can really get into what kind of classes and attachments and things that you should be using with this weapon. And then at the end, I've got my schedule for the next couple Epic variant reviews that will be coming out. So this video is going to be a lot shorter than usual, which I'm super happy about. Let's jump into this variant review. So the Banshee Doppler is a brand new Epic variant. It's one of those 3 new Epic variants that we got with the second Quartermaster update of the year. So with this Quartermaster update, we got the Banshee Doppler, we got the KBS Longbow Harbinger, which I reviewed on Wednesday, and we got the NV4 CHAOS, which I'll be reviewing next Wednesday, so make sure you come back for that one. But the Banshee Doppler being the second Epic variant for the Banshee, I can tell you right out of the gate, right away, 1.5 million times better than the Banshee Siren. Banshee Siren, that thing is trash. Don't even go near that thing. This weapon is godly. This weapon is very, very, very powerful, and I highly recommend that you spend your 4,000 salvage on it, especially if you're not a big fan of the standard Banshee, because this one is completely different. It doesn't even feel like the same weapon anymore. So first things first, let's talk about some really kind of pointless aesthetical changes, and then we'll get into the actual physical changes of the weapon, like things that the weapon does differently. So first up, I just wanted to point this out because it's just kind of strange that they changed this, but I'm going to be putting up 2 different screenshots here to compare. The first one is the standard Banshee iron sights, or the standard Banshee iron optic, because it's not really a sight, it's like this floating little optic in a glass case. So here you have the standard Banshee optics when you're aiming down sights. Kind of dumb. You never really aim down your sights with a shotgun anyways, but this is definitely worth pointing out because they did change it. So standard optics, it's kind of like this weird square, this yellow square. With the Doppler, you have a brand new optic, and that is an open orange circle. Don't ask me why they changed the optics. How many of you guys aim down sights when you're using a shotgun? That's what I thought, probably like 0. So moving on from there, I just wanted to point that out because it is a change that we need to mention, but that is it for the stupid pointless changes to this weapon. I don't really feel like the circle does any better. I mean, like I said, you're not aiming down sights with a shotgun anyways. Let's talk about the traits on this weapon. So I'm going to throw up the card as usual. You guys can follow along. First up, with our epic trait, we have Sonic Boom, which is way cooler than Shockwave, which on the Banshee Siren was just terrible. But Sonic Boom, stacked high frequency blast with each trigger pull. And on common, or our common trait, we have Readiness, which reloads faster when the magazine is empty, which is godly on this weapon. Thank God this trait goes on this weapon because it just fits so nicely. I explained in a previous video, I think it was a DCM8 Epitaph, how the key to a great variant is to have 2 traits that complement each other. These traits go hand in hand so well. These traits are amazing. This secondary trait works wonders on this shotgun. So getting back to Sonic Boom, a stacked high frequency blast. Essentially what that means is 3-round burst. It's a 3-round burst shotgun. It is still an energy shotgun. There's nothing changed there. On top of that, there's nothing changed statistics wise with this shotgun. You still have all of the damage of the original Banshee. You can still get a 1-shot kill. You still have all of the range, all of the accuracy. Of course, the accuracy is impacted by the 3-round burst, and this thing will kick quite a little bit, but you can control it as long as you're hip firing. And like I said before, who aims down their sights with a shotgun? So you're getting all of the statistics of the standard pump action Banshee, but it's a 3-round burst. So the pump and the burst is kind of strange. It's like a 3-round burst pump action. So you fire off 3 rounds and then you pump it really quick, and then you can fire off three more rounds, but there is that little break in between, and that is where you're going to get killed. If you kind of fire off your 3 rounds, you might get stuck in between bursts, and it's going to screw you over sometimes. But for the most part, if you get the drop on an enemy with this weapon, they are going to die. It has the potential to kill somebody in a single shot, and you're firing off 3 shots at a time. Now, that's the biggest problem with this weapon, is you are going to be wasting a lot of ammo, because you will kill someone in a single shot, and the other 2 shots that come out of your shotgun will be wasted. And this thing does not come with a whole lot of ammo. I believe the standard Banshee has 10 shots, whereas this one only has 9. Of course, it's a 3-round burst. It has to be a multiple of 9. So you actually only get 3 bursts of 3 rounds each before you have to reload. And that is where readiness comes in so handy, which is reloading faster when your magazine is empty. That is just god tier, because you are going to fire off all 3 bursts before you have to reload. Now, things that you can do to increase your magazine capacity: fusion mags are godly on this weapon. Scavenger is really great as well. I'm using it in this gameplay, I believe. And rewind, when you rewind with Synaptic's special ability, you can actually rewind and it will completely fill up all of your ammunition with this weapon, which is essential when you're using this weapon. This weapon is going to run out of ammo very, very quickly. That is the only downside that you have when you're using this thing. So apart from that, this weapon is great. This is an amazing shotgun. It definitely takes the difficulty of using the Banshee right out, because the Banshee is kind of a weird weapon. It's like, it should be really good. It's a pump action shotgun. Pump action shotguns are usually pretty powerful, but it's just not that great in this game. It's kind of like a fast pump with lower damage, whereas pump action shotguns in Call of Duty games are usually slow pump with high damage over range. This one is just not like that. So when you have the 3-round burst on there, you can generally take out an enemy with a single 3-round burst almost every time, especially if you get the drop on them. I would highly recommend that you use this weapon if you have any trouble with the Banshee at all. 4,000 salvage is not even enough. This weapon is worth more than that. I would say if this was 6,000 salvage, I would still buy it. Honestly, the Banshee, the standard Banshee, is just such a pain to use that you might as well make it just much more enjoyable by using this crazy weapon. It's really fun too. Like, it's out there. It's like it's a strange weapon. You don't usually see burst fire pump action shotguns, I gotta say, and this one it's a blast to use. It's really fun. So definitely worth your 4,000 salvage, 100%. Use it with like your stealth perks, like your dead silence, and definitely use stuff like dexterity, so you can reload really fast, and then that stacks with readiness. And like I said, Scavenger is really great. So you want to sneak up on people, kind of get the drop on people, blast them a bunch of times, and then reload really quickly and be on your way. Now, a little schedule update for Epic Variant Reviews. So on my schedule for Epic Variant Reviews, I've got a couple weapons set in stone that we're going to be doing over the next couple days. So this Wednesday coming up, we're going to be doing the NV4 CHAOS. This Saturday coming up, we're going to be back onto regular weapons with the R3KT, and then after that, on the following Wednesday, we have the RAW, or the Raw Liberty. Once we're done all of those, I will be putting up polls on my Twitter page and asking you guys which ones you want to see next. So that's when we're bringing the excitement back to the series, where you guys can pick which weapons you want to see next. So big hype for that. I'm super excited. I'm glad that we're doing these 2 a week now, because I really like doing these videos, and I think you guys really enjoy them as well. Don't forget to share the love by hitting that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and definitely head down to the comment section and let me know what you think about the Banshee Doppler. That is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.